Hey, today I'm going to be recapping episode 12 of Eternal Love. We start off in the mortal realm where Bai Chen has run into some trouble. A swindler noticed her fan and realizing its value tries to buy it from her. When she refuses, he snatches it, insisting that she stole it from him and claiming that it belongs to his family. Because he's so familiar with the fan and its history, it looks like he's going to get away with it, until Yenja overhears and interferes. She takes the fan back and uses it to call lightning, proving that she knows more about the fan than he does. She also tells the swindler that her friend would not take lightly to someone like him pretending to own his fan. It's kinda sweet that she still considers them to be friends after all of that. Anyway, the swindler is scared off and Bai Chen is back in possession of the fan. Yenja notices a bit of resemblance between Bai Chen and Cian but brushes it off. A little ways off we see Scarlet. Turns out he's not dead, so all that destruction was for nothing, I guess. Thanks, Yehua. He sees Bai Chen follow Yenja out and try to give her the fan. Yenja feels uncomfortable accepting it and promises to give Bai Chen something in exchange. Bai Chen asks Yenja to follow her, but we don't see what she asks for. Back at home, Bai Chen is bored because her snake has been sleeping for days. Later that night, we see that Bai Chen sleeps with it. The real Yehua is getting treatment for his injury. The third prince, Liansong, briefs him on what he's missed. Before I get into the politics, I have no idea how important any of these people and clans will be in the future, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time on them only to use them for one episode. So anyway, I made some placeholders. The Mermaid Clan is located in Changxi and are at odds with the Heavenly Lord. The Water King of the Changxi, not at all affiliated with the Mermaid Clan, is not great with battle strategies and as such will need Yehua's help to keep the peace. The king of the Mermaid Clan was very close with Ching. In fact, one of his wives, Li Yuan's mother, is from the Mermaid Clan. Due to this relationship, the Mermaid Clan is in support of Li Yuan becoming the Ghost Lord instead of Li Jing. In other words, it's good news that Li Jing is in charge, or this could have been another world war with the Ghost Tribe banded together with the Mermaid Clan. The plan is for the Heavenly Lord to send troops to aid the king of the Changxi and put up a strong front against the Mermaid Clan. The problem is that sending troops into the seas that have always ruled themselves will look like the Heavenly Lord plans to become a dictator. So yeah, they've got a lot to figure out. With talk of politics over, Liansong asks after Yehua's upcoming nuptials. The date for the wedding has been pushed up in order to avoid any complications. Yehua doesn't look very eager to discuss it and leaves just as a new character comes in. No idea what her name is, but she's Yehua's cousin. Her defining character trait is that she likes Dijin. Yep, that's it. Outside, Liansong sees Sujin and gives her a chilly greeting. The cousin greets Sujin, asking her why she wants to marry the Heavenly Lord when everyone knows she's in love with Yehua. To which she responds, "Shut up." Speaking of crushes, I think Yehua is smitten. He receives a report from the Star Lord of Destiny about the rumors of Cian and Moyan being in an illicit relationship. He's been asking after the fan, trying to figure out why Bai Chen has it. Later that night, he goes back down to the mortal realm to see Bai Chen. Check on the fan. She cuddles up with him fast asleep, and how cute is this? From what I've seen of Yehua, this is his equivalent of madly in love, so I'm just gonna assume he's done for. At the Fox Tribe, Fengzhou is packing up her things to go on a trip. She tells Migu that she's going to be with Dijin and will be back in a few years. She leaves him with the bell spell. Back at home, the rest of the family is getting suspicious about Bai Chen's whereabouts. The Fox Queen makes a wry comment about Bai Chen being so far away from Mo Yan, considering he's more important to her than her parents are. Which, honestly, yeah. At this point, Migu tells everyone about the scroll. At a glance, Zheyan realizes what happened. Looking at the day that the spell was meant to break, and the fact that Bai Chen left it behind, it's clear that Bai Chen went to fight Ching. And since she hasn't been heard from since then, they begin to fear the worst. Well, not the worst. The death of any high immortal from the Fox Clan would trigger a celestial phenomenon. I'm thinking something like this. So it's fairly certain that Bai Chen is not dead. They begin to fear the very bad. At the Celestial Tribe, Fengzhou is sitting outside Dijin's house when a random goddess passes by. She takes a liking to her and agrees to help her get in. Her name is ChengYu, and she gives Fengzhou 3 options. 1. Gain a high rank in the palace. 2. Marriage. Or 3. Become a palace maid. With 3 being the only option, Fengzhou becomes a maid in Dijin's palace. She's almost immediately caught by the Star Lord of Destiny and tells him that ChengYu gave her the idea. He explains that ChengYu ascended to become an immortal from the mortal realm and is Liansong's beloved, though they're no longer together. Fengzhou rushes off before he can explain more, though I really wanted to know what the story was. Fengzhou also catches the eye of Cousin Girl, who tells the head maid not to let any more pretty girls in. In the maid storm, Fengzhou finds out that she's not the first girl that has had the idea of becoming a maid to be closer to Dijin. She also finds out that the other ones were punished severely. Still, she soldiers on, going to serve Dijin tea in his study. She is stopped by Cousin Girl, clearly jealous, who demotes her and tells her never to try and see Dijin again. Fengzhou is argumentative, but without her former status, it amounts to nothing. She makes it back to the maid's quarters to take a nap, and luckily ChengYu finds her before anyone else sees her tails. When Fengzhou describes the confrontation she had with Cousin Girl, ChengYu tells her to keep her head up, reminding her that she's a princess. She also reminds her that immortals don't place a lot of importance on rank since it gets too complicated too quickly when everyone lives pretty much forever. In other words, she shouldn't let Cousin Girl, who we find out is named Jiya, bully her in the future. So I don't love this Dijin Fengzhou storyline, mostly because Fengzhou reminds me of a love-struck 15-year-old. I know, immortals and whatnot, but still, what I am loving is these two. I love everything about it. Get married immediately. As for the new characters, Jiya is so one-dimensional that there isn't really much to say about her, but I'm really curious about ChengYu and the third prince's story. I love a good tragic backstory. Okay, till next time, thanks for watching.